Kicking off season 2.
Working title, FC, new season, official first episode of the new season.
Yes.
That's where we are.
So
Fancy teams done.
So
Not me.
We've passed the Fabrizio stage. Now we're the actual club statement.
Oh, no. Fabrizio's he's still got the rumors.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you, I read some about
I know what you're going to say. This is wild.
This is wild, right?
This is wild.
So, Twitter's got a new ad share revenue service. Just for those of you who aren't on Twitter. And, Fabrizio's making all of the money. He's making all of the money on this new ad revenue service. The reason why is because he spreads rumors? No, so there's a new ad revenue service on Twitter, right? And they say that Fabrizio is the second highest earning person on the ad revenue service.
$1 million a month.
$1 million a month.
It's believable though.
So now Elon Musk has launched this thing where
Kill Fabrizio.
If you write good threads or if you have good tweets, they get a lot of interaction. Obviously, you can put a lot of ads on there, and then the creators make ad share content. And they get paid for it. So Fabrizio, because he has a team, I'm convinced it's not him. He has a team of people. He posts every 20 seconds. I was telling Sens on the way here. I cannot keep up. I've got his tweets on my phone that like pop up all the time. I can't keep up with how many people are tweeting on his side.
But he must know PR people from like all the clubs, all the leagues, and that's the only way.
He's making a shitload of money.
So that was Ryan Tinline there giving us a monetization, a lesson on the social media platform formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
Also in the studio with me today is Senzo. All essential.
Yes, sir.
Wearing a very fancy hoodie today. That's designer.
No, it's not
I
designer.
thought you were wearing a Barstool sports hoodie.
Oh, this guy, see. Right, there are three things Ryan's losing his shit about today, right? Firstly is Portnoy buying back Barstool Sports.
Barstool Sports is back, baby.
Getting it back for zero,
Yeah.
right? Second
After
is...
selling it for like 600 mil.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Jesus.
Second is the
dud that they bought.
Mark Goldbridge.
Yeah, Mark Goldbridge.
He's trolling Mark Goldbridge.
Yes, Mark Goldbridge put out his prediction video yesterday.
Emphasis on the dictions.
Yes.
And then he's also he's sliding up in Elon Musk's DMs.
Hey, someone has to.
Someone's got to. Does Elon Musk have a wild sex life like Bezos does? Because Bezos is always up in the yacht.
Elon Musk is a loser, bro.
He is.
Okay, calm down.
I think
he is a loser.
I think his wife's an android, isn't she?
No, they've split now, but they do have a kid.
Who's an android?
But yeah, he's always
Android, Apple, iOS. It's kind of irrelevant.
He doesn't have a house, so I wonder how he does it.
Because he's a loser.
He gets uploaded to the
just
server.
because he's loaded?
No.
Gets uploaded to. Listen, talking about loaded, we were kind of talking about it before the show started. I love Untold on Netflix. Right?
Yeah.
If you've never watched Untold, fantastic stuff. I think
the best.
They call it Volume 3 now. They don't do seasons, and they
Malice in the Palace.
Malice in the Palace. They get into the real down and dirty, weird stories around sports.
Yeah.
And the two latest ones are, oh man, I loved it.
Money Manziel.
The
guy that got launched by Drake.
Johnny Football.
Bro, he was so good, bro. If you saw...
Man, watching some of that tape.
Dude, he won a Heisman Trophy in...
Freshman.
As a quarterback.
Freshman. And he was I didn't realize he was in the same. Also, I only know the story, was the Mathieu, who was the guy who faked his girlfriend, who got catfished.
Yeah.
And said his girlfriend had died. He was also in the running in that same year. My God, what a rogues gallery.
Manziel was, he was signed... He was under LeBron's management.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Friends with Drake, rolling with Justin Bieber. He was doing partying too much, man. He was doing all the things. Career over 29 years old.
Yeah.
He played, a season and a half, Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
And did
then
it.
he played in Canada for a bit, and then
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Then the other one is, we were having this conversation about it the other day. There are 3 people in this room. 2 of them are ambivalent to the Paul brothers. One of them is balls deep. Take a guess which one. If a Paul brother puts his name on something, one of us in this room is buying it. Who do you think it is, Senzo? Okay, me. I'm 43.
Listen, guys, I just speak facts. When it comes to the Nate Diaz and Jake Paul fights, which you are quite politely referring to, Paolo, Nate Diaz is an MMA street fighter. Jake Paul
is a clout monger.
Guys, if Jake Paul never had his like bullshit YouTube channel, that we watched growing up, you guys would definitely respect him as a boxer.
No, he can kind of throw a punch.
He can throw a punch. He trains. He's doing well.
What weight division is he?
I don't know what division.
He's not weight division because he's not a boxer. He's fighting.
It's
fighting
an exhibition
MMA.
match that he's been. They've been doing these exhibition matches.
So why I bring it up is because another episode of Untold is Problem Child about Jake Paul. Ryan, didn't you know?
No, I saw.
You gotta watch it.
I didn't know it was under. I thought it was his own Netflix thing.
I also thought it was, which I was like, I'm never watching that. Then when I realized it's part of Untold, I was like, okay. Yeah,
so you see, because I commented and it was like the whole Neymar thing. I was like, dude, it's way too early for you to have your own like Netflix documentary. There's no way.
Who?
It's part of
Neymar?
Neymar.
No, well, Neymar for one, but I'm saying Jake Paul. There's no way I'm watching
Also, if
that.
Jake Paul was a serious fighter, he'd go light heavyweight. Do you know who fights light heavyweight?
Who?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
He would get his ass.
Listen, but you watch Untold, right? And you kind of realize it's all clout chasing, right?
bro,
I mean, he's just kind of transcended out of all the shit he is doing on YouTube. He's now doing in a professional sports arena and bringing that to sports. He kind of doesn't give a shit if he's a serious boxer. Like, and listen, don't get me wrong. The guy obviously trains. He's not just showing up
of course.
and, he's putting in the hours. But, I mean, responsibly, there is nobody, no insurance company, no one that will put him in the ring with a proper boxer.
Bro,
he will die.
Especially in his weight division.
He will die.
Look, guys, the only reason I support the Paul brothers is because they are brilliant at what they do. They have transcended from the Vine era, the YouTube era, and now they're going into these professional boxing things. And I mean, I don't know if you watched their latest episode of Impulsive.
Professional.
Well, I mean, they've made more money than a lot of most professional fighters out there.
Hey, listen.
No, we don't count MMA.
There are some people. There are some people that credit the Paul brothers for the initial growth of YouTube. I've read that people say like you got 4.5 million, 4 or 5 million followers or subs between the two of them. A lot of people say that's legitimate.
I'm not knocking their hustle. I'm just like
no, of course, no. Look, they're not everyone's flavor. For me personally, I've just watched both of their careers. Logan and Jake Paul, because Jake Paul was like nothing when he was small. He was living in Logan's shadow, and now, to be honest,
Also,
I
you
actually
guys are the
take
same
Jake
age.
Paul's boxing career more seriously than I do Logan Paul, because I think
Logan
Paul's
Paul's
more of an exhibition.
energy drink
he's
selling
a joke.
career.
He's a energy scammer.
So like
Energy drink scammer.
if you listen to their latest episode, they kind of had Jake Paul on, and they were discussing, Logan Paul was just bitching about Jake not allowing him to bring his prime energy drink into their fight. And I was like, good for him. Jake mustn't allow that nonsense.
Well, because he's got his own energy drink.
No, also
he's
besides
got
that,
his own sponsors.
but also besides that, I mean, if you want the boxing world to take you seriously,
no, you can't be. You can't be doing that.
If you want the boxing world to take you seriously, you show up with $100 million purse.
Exactly.
And that's what he's bringing. So I think the boxing world does take him seriously.
No, look, I do think, whether he still hasn't fighted like professional boxers, but I hope that he transcends into that, and I hope he does kick ass. I mean, let's see what they're going to do.
Let's talk about real athletes just for a second.
Yes.
We're recording this the day after the Springbok squad announcement.
Wow.
Senzo and the rest of South Africa are triggered, bro. What the fuck?
no, we're only going to the World Cup with one recognized flower.
Man, big risk.
Big risk, and also one of the best players in the world is not going as well.
Yeah.
It's
Who you particularly talking about?
Yeah.
I'm talking about both of them.
Yeah.
Can you please break this down? Because I actually missed this.
So, Andre Pollard and Lucanio didn't make the Springbok squad.
I mean,
Wow.
come on, man.
Lucanio is like
Those guys
the
are
best center in the world.
Those guys are starters. Never mind, make your
Dude.
squad.
Who's the coach there at the moment?
Come on, bro.
No, guys.
Listen, we can't. We are a football podcast,
Jacques
right?
Nienaber.
We're going 10 minutes in. We haven't touched on football, so let's go.
Jacques Nienaber.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's stepping down after the World Cup.
And Kolisi's not going to make it, man. He's not going to be fit in time.
But I mean, would you?
Okay, he's got to go.
Have
but
they put him? They've put him in.
Oh, he's
of
capped
course,
out.
yeah.
Of course, bro.
But you're going to repeat a World Cup without, I mean, two of the people that were your biggest inspiration, because at that level of rugby, it's inches, right? And it's about what happens in the dressing room.
And Pollard has got some test experience, and
Yeah.
he played in the last World Cup.
Yeah.
We're going into a World Cup with a fly half that's barely played international test match rugby.
Surprise factor, man.
And, well, I hope
Listen,
we're all pleasantly surprised.
All I'm saying is you got to take heart. The South Africa New Zealand game and the Argentina test that was here was as shit as I've seen Springbok
So
play in
bad.
a long time,
but,
right?
But we played well second half of last week.
But so you got to say that we got let's hope we got the bad performances out.
And I also just want to talk about the
but they
Australian
still-
game before that. That was also, we were lucky Australia was thrown
Australia
off.
stink though.
No, I know.
But
we were
Australia,
lucky.
no, we weren't lucky.
No, we hammered them with thump.
Also,
thumped
that's a
No, but
pasting.
it wasn't great rugby though.
It's
It
bro,
was Bok rugby. It was
it's
just
Bok
beat them
rugby,
up.
bro. Don't forget, what you want to play like New Zealand? End up playing like New Zealand, catch 70. No, but I mean, there's still a lot of warm-up games to go. So we still have to play New Zealand again. We have to play New Zealand and Twickenham. So like it's, yeah.
All right. Okay.
But also
so,
Ireland didn't play well.
no, listen, and listen. It's not about playing well now.
Exactly.
You don't play well now. Listen, keep an eye on the feed. Working Title FC could be bringing you some rugby content. Could be. Could be. We're
Possibly.
trying to. Possibly. We're finalizing things. Possibly Working Title FC presents
Nice.
Rugby World Cup
But,
content.
But I understand, like, there's a lot to keep up with. Like, also now NFL is starting, like,
Not everyone
No,
said so. I want to touch on that. Never mind NFL.
Yes.
Maybe we've got to give a shout out because, listen, Working Title FC, media accreditation to Messi's debut.
Yeah.
Our names are there.
We got it.
NFL is coming to Cape Town. Explain that to me because I kind of seen you guys get very excited about it. I've seen a little bit on social. What's happening?
I've signed up. I'm going to go. It is, I think what they're trying to do is just grow the fanfare this side. So it's going to be like.
Because we're such a mess. Because like the NFL needs a bigger market.
No, well, I mean, it's a very exciting sport. Like, you know, I've been getting into it over the last few months, and it's really cool that they're coming here, but it only looks like they're really emphasizing 3 teams, like New York and I can't remember the other 2 on the posters and stuff. It doesn't look like they're going to bring a whole bunch.
But what is it? Is it going to be like an expo? Going to be like
I think it's going to be like an expo because
it's going to be like mini Super Bowl.
Mini Super Bowl
So you see when
weekend.
like the NFL goes to like when they go
are
to
they going to
Europe.
have a game?
Yeah, they.
You think
I don't
they're
think
not-
so. No, they won't.
won't have a
They
game. They'll
won't.
never have
They
a
won't.
I don't think so because
They won't.
I went to the
maybe-
one in LA.
Maybe they'll set up for a game. Maybe they go, okay,
Yeah, no,
let's
no,
see
no,
how
they
it
will set
goes.
up.
Year 3, they bring a game.
So it'll be like a pre-show, Super Bowl pre-show, or like
I'll
that
tell
sort
you
of-
what it's on me because I went to that one in LA for at the LA Conference Center for the 2021 I think
You-
And-
you-
2020, nobody was doing anything.
When,
No,
when,
no, no,
when
it was
did the House of Cards come crashing down?
yeah no I'm trying to think so
2021.
No, no, it was 22.
But
It was 22.
basically, they kind of set up like lockers of the teams, and they have like video footage of like the history and the performers that they've had at the halftime show, and there's games that people play and sprints. And
So a good example would be: have you seen when you go to Cowboy Stadium, like the most ridiculous stadium in all of sports,
Right.
the AT&T Stadium or whatever they call, whatever those losers call it. When you do the fan interactive experience, like
Yeah, I hope they bring that stuff, right?
They're going to probably do stuff like that.
Like,
you
I
can like
think-
throw the football and buy the jerseys,
yeah,
and
exactly, and
really
some of the
get
Hall of
invested.
Fame stuff.
But Cowboy Stadium's ridiculous.
Okay, so but listen, just NFL, keep us in. We're talking about you. We'll post this up. We'll send. We want to go. Want to go?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to send an email tomorrow. I'm going to email them and say, listen, we are talking about this. Because, I mean, we have.
Do you think Jerry
Talk about NFL as well?
Senzo jumped onto the Netflix series a couple days ago. He texted me.
Quarterback.
Blown away.
But also, do you think Jerry Jones has got time to reply to you? Jerry Jones doesn't give a damn about anybody except Jerry Jones.
Okay, listen, thank you for your patience. 15 minutes in, we're going to start talking about predominantly English Premier League. The season starts 2 days from now on Friday.
Ooh.
Burnley, Manchester City. But what we're going to do today is we're just going to kind of try to say something about each one of the teams. We're going to start from the bottom of the league as it is alphabetically.
Chelsea.
And just work our way. Now, fortunately, alphabetically, they're still quite high.
Yes.
Let's kick it off. A club that for a while was my second team because they had so many Portuguese players and they played some good football. What the hell is happening at Wolves? Julian Lopetegui, after 9 months, out. What is going on? That news broke yesterday. There is no update on it. Wolves have been a bit of a mess. Now, Wolves got the money in from China, Fosun. Senzo is showing me something on the screen about Matt Turner going to Nottingham Forest. If we're at the point where we're talking about here he goes on Nottingham Forest transfers, I think we...
No,
but also West Ham are they... Judging by what's happening, that rice money is burning a hole in their pocket.
Okay.
I only believe it if Fabrizio tweets it.
All right. So what happened? Wolves is they had partially Chinese ownership, and the Chinese government said, "Listen, no more money being spent. Everything you guys were blowing, money comes back into China." So it hit Wolves. Especially hit George Mendes in his pocket for a second. Not even a main pocket. You know, in your jeans, you got that little pocket inside.
That
little
pocket within a pocket.
The little coin pocket. That's the pocket that it hit George Mendes in. He did survive because he was getting everyone over there. Wolves, I mean, at their high point in the Championship, they had Ruben Neves, who he was Porto's captain.
Yeah.
He was Porto's captain that they got playing in the Championship. Diogo Jota was playing for them at the time. Then, of course, they get to the Premier League. Raul Jimenez comes in. Moutinho comes in. Pedro Neto comes in.
Gonzalo Guedes.
Oh, man, a whole bunch of Portuguese players coming in. That's all falling apart a little bit. It looks like the whole thing's just going to collapse. I think, depending who Wolves bring in, who they're going to bring in, I think they're going down, man. At this point already, I'll call it.
Bro,
there are
lots of people just having a meltdown right now.
I'll call it.
Football's crazy right now, Paulo.
I don't think Wolves maximized what they could have got out of Ruben Neves. For what he was, there should have been a major bidding war. They should have driven up that price. But you see, that's the trade-off, man. You see, that's the trade-off that Uncle George did. He said, you know what, I'm going to give you these players. I'm going to bring them in, right? But when it's time to go, they go on our price. You don't bid it up, whatever. That's going to be the trade-off. I got this. I'm going to benefit, but that's the trade-off that you've had a Champions League captain playing in the Championship.
That's wild, bro.
That's a trade-off. So Wolves, rest in peace. Because even Jimenez has left.
Yeah,
Jimenez has gone to Fulham. Yeah. Okay, listen,
So is this the clippable bit for we're going to bring it back in a couple months? We're going to see.
If that's what you want to do, mark it. Ryan, write it in your little notebook there. Right, Senzo, they touched on West Ham. Money, they start... Up till now, they haven't made a signing.
I was going to say...
now they've made 2 now.
Okay, so who are they?
Well, Harry Maguire.
Is that confirmed?
West Ham agreed deal in principle worth over £30 million.
It sounds like they're just ironing out the details at this point. But I mean, I was saying to Senzo on the way here, I think for what... Well, I don't want to say for what they're getting. I think they got quite a deal in comparison to what you guys lost.
Well, obviously, we're never going to recoup that £85 million.
No, I know that. But I mean, even McSauce.
No, we haven't. Nothing's happened with him yet.
Who's West Ham's other signing?
James Ward-Prowse.
Done as well.
Yeah.
So listen,
but isn't McSauce in the deal with old?
No, it was a combined 50 million offer.
It's combined 60.
It's combined 60, but United said no, that's not going to happen. Right?
They want we want 44
for McTominay.
Yeah.
Right. So those are
I think the last straw with Maguire was this Sunday.
Hey man, listen.
Now Glenn basted him,
dude. I mean, Senzo, maybe... So, Maguire hasn't... Listen, we know what Maguire's like, right? But you go, okay, Premier League, it's not the place to be playing your way in. Get a good preseason. And Ten Hag's been fair. Maguire's played quite a lot.
Oh, yeah.
In preseason. Played quite a lot. He's made a mistake. We all know the story a week ago. Onana digging him out, going straight after him after a mistake. And then this weekend, Senzo, describe what he did.
So, against... Who are we playing?
It was the game in Dublin. I think it was a Spanish team. I think it was
Bilbao. It was Bilbao. Yes. So 3/4 of the where the CDM would normally sit, no pressure at all. Maguire decides, I'm going to do a flick with the outside of my foot, and gives the ball away, no pressure,
He
nothing.
tries to play an outside of the foot pass.
No pressure,
Straight
nothing.
to a Bilbao striker.
Straight to a Bilbao striker.
Man.
And I think that's when Ten Hag was like,
you've lost
that's it.
you lose your place, you lose your captaincy, you lose your squad number. Take the hint, bro. The story around West Ham is that they have there's been a clash of why they haven't signed is because there was a clash of direction who they're going to sign. West Ham, the director of football wants a lot of young players. David Moyes wants British. Judging by those signings, David Moyes has won. Maguire, you know what? Like, there's a good defender in there, not a Champions League level defender.
Yeah.
You know, so to go to West Ham, a little less pressure.
Yeah.
In the way Moyes is going to play.
England, you'll get England looks. Yeah.
You know, and West Ham aren't going to be. West Ham are going to be. It's not West Ham. It's David Moyes plays how David Moyes plays.
Yes.
So I think he'll do okay there. James Ward-Prowse, what's that stat about him? Scored more Premier League free kicks than David Beckham.
Yeah.
You know, so good set piece taker again.
Solid.
If you're going to talk about two West Ham signings,
Yeah.
those are two West Ham signings, but they seem to be losing somebody. Is that Man City have bid for
Lucas Paqueta.
I mean, that's their man, right?
Bro.
You lose him, James Ward-Prowse doesn't replace that.
It doesn't do anything for them.
And West Ham have also lost Skimaka there.
Oh, Skimaka.
The
Did he go to
flop
Inter?
of a centre forward. He's kind of finalising with Inter Milan. They're just busy negotiating the Salon
But you know
part of
Italian
it.
dudes.
Italians don't make it in the Premier League. Let's
No,
stop
Italian
this.
dudes.
But they're banking a lot of money. I mean, what did they get?
Well,
They've
look,
had
they-
like 100 mil in their
Who's
pocket
this?
now.
West Ham. West
From
Ham.
their sales.
Listen, and I think it's tricky for teams like West Ham because
Yeah.
everybody knows you got money.
Yeah.
So United's going to...
Oh, Andy's in Europa.
They're like, don't lowball us on Maguire. We know you got money.
We're already giving him to you at a discount.
Already, you know, listen, it's damaged goods. We understand that, but don't lowball us. I mean, he still is an England regular. So West Ham, listen, they got to do some movement because there is no striker there.
Oh, yeah.
They're not scoring goals.
Oh,
Mikel
there is.
Antonio's... I mean, he's not giving... You're not getting another
He's
season
not
out.
getting 20. Yeah.
You're not
And
getting
he's
another
yeah.
season out of him. And Fabianski, I don't think
He's
they've-
old, bro.
He's older. So you kind of got up front. And listen, Maguire, yes, it's a good move for him. He's still not going to be perfect. He's still going to make mistakes.
No, obviously not. Yeah.
It'll be an interesting season for West Ham. We're going through this alphabetically.
But also they also have to spend because they're in Europa.
They got it. And Europa will kill your squad.
It's demanding.
It destroys you.
It's demanding.
Destroys your squad. And they got a taste. They got a taste for victory. Conference League champions. We're looking at the teams alphabetically, trying to do the bottom half pretty quickly. But let's talk about the first big team that shows up. Because it's all been about one man, Tottenham.
Oh, man.
Oh, did you know what happened? What's going on with that? Anyway, I'll go
Share,
on.
what's the latest? What's the latest on the Harry Kane pain train?
110 million euro bid.
This is what Bayern Munich have put forward. Daniel Levy's just...
And they said, Daniel Levy's playing a very dangerous game.
Daniel Levy gives no shits about your deadlines, Bayern Munich. Let me just tell you that he
I'll
does
take
not...
the money, though.
Here's an interesting thing, right? This is such a...
It's precarious, eh?
Oh, man, it's such a wild story. Ron, what are your thoughts on Harry Kane, on this whole Harry Kane story?
I think it's a crazy amount of money for Harry Kane. I think he should just stay in England. I don't know why.
Where, Tottenham?
No. I think I told you this. I think he should go to United. That's the only place
For
for him.
how much? 150 million pounds? Forget it, bro.
No, I know they won't do that, but I'm saying.
It's not really up to Harry Kane.
No, I know
Now
it's not. But yeah.
How do you guys prefer the position of the microphones, by the way?
I prefer it as well.
We
It's
changed the
very
position
nice.
of the microphones. I think we actually look like the Paul brothers now.
And we sound good.
No, yeah.
Look,
Just a little peek behind the curtain here.
if the owner of Tottenham if Joe Lewis wasn't jail bound, I'd look into.
But I mean,
I don't think
they've
that
also
plays any
just signed
impact,
James
though.
Maddison.
He's not Harry Kane.
I know, but I'm saying it's still
It's an
he
okay
was playing really well towards the end of the season last.
But you know, as much as Harry Maguire and Ward-Prowse are West Ham signings, James Maddison is a 100% Tottenham signing. He's going to be neat and tidy. He's going to have 3 good games and disappear for 5 games because that's just what James Maddison does. Senzo is pointing at us. I think he has a here we go.
No, it's not a here we go. Just going back to Wolves, I'm looking at something now, and they're showing their departures part, and these oaks are in trouble. So their departures so far this summer: Ruben Neves, Diego Costa, João Moutinho, Conor Cody, Nathan Collins, Raul Jimenez.
Costa
Ryan
left,
Giles.
huh?
Yeah.
Where did Costa go?
Nobody cares.
Costa's free. He hasn't signed for anyone yet. And Connor Cody's gone to one of the newly promoted teams.
Yeah, let me check.
Just double check Connor Cody because he was on loan at Everton last year. I don't know if he signed for them.
I just don't know if he's gonna, work well in Bayern. And I know Senzo's gonna say something different. I don't know.
No, Harry. Listen.
No, Harry Kane.
Harry
if
Kane.
you can score in the Premier League,
Yeah.
you're gonna eat Germany up.
Yeah.
You are going to have Germany for breakfast.
Theoretically, if Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich, which he will not go to Bayern Munich.
He went to Leicester.
Leicester, yeah, that's the one. Okay, I went the other way around. The relegated side as well as the promoted side. So if Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich, him scoring goals is not an issue. I think he sets a record, to be honest with you, in Bundesliga. I think he scores goals in the Champions League. But Bayern Munich win from that transfer. But
yeah, hard, bro.
I think...
So does Harry Kane. And he gets,
I don't know.
He gets silverware.
But here's the thing, right? Harry Kane in his career has never struck you as that guy. He's homeboy. He's homebody. For him, it probably means more to win one pot with Tottenham than win everything with Bayern.
Well, he came close, but he
Right.
must have bid.
There's so much to unpack here. Levy plays this game. This is what he does. And I don't think Levy gives a shit because Levy can't lose in this situation. If
this situation is precarious, though.
But Levy can't lose. How does he lose? Either he gets a shitload of money or he gets Harry Kane. How does he lose?
Or
Because here's the thing. Harry Kane won't sulk. Harry Kane will go,
he won't.
even if he wants to leave, he goes, it is what it is. I
Because
go
he could have
next year.
sulked when he went AWOL.
You know what? He could have done that. But Harry Kane's not the guy. So Levy knows that. He knows if...
Also, there's Euros coming up.
And you want to disrupt yourself and take that
Exactly,
chance the season before Euros. So Levy's kind of like, you know what? I don't lose. Either I'm going to get a ton of money. I look like I'm doing something. I look like I'm playing ball
Sure.
here. If it falls apart, Harry Kane doesn't leave. He doesn't sulk. He's back on it because that's the guy Harry Kane is.
Yeah.
So he doesn't lose. Harry Kane theoretically doesn't lose either because he goes, next season I go where I want. Right?
I choose,
I bank that 120 million. That goes into my pocket.
Yeah.
By the way, me and Charlie. Me and Charlie are...
Me and old Chuck.
Charlie and I are bigger than the Paul brothers. The Kane brothers become bigger than the Paul brothers, right? And I leave Tottenham as an
Kane
absolute
to
hero.
Paul.
I give one more season.
Yeah.
You're right,
I get closer to the Premier League.
I actually think that's the best option.
What?
What you say right now makes perfect sense.
Stay
There's
on,
no downside.
There's no downside.
Stay on, you the hero, you make all the money, and there's no bad blood between anyone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nah, you nailed it, Paolo.
And Harry Kane's been around a long time. He's not old. Harry Kane will score goals till he's 36.
Yeah.
You're literally giving a footballer everything he wants. The option of location, the option of team, and price, and no, you've nailed it.
And who knows, maybe Tottenham win a cup. Maybe they win something.
And well, I mean, if he does bring it home, then he's even more of a hero than what he is now.
Exactly,
I mean,
you depart a hero.
Paolo's actually 100% correct. I think, yeah, you spot on.
I should be his agent.
Don't leave.
Don't leave. Don't go, man.
One more season, stick it out.
season.
And are they underpaying him at Spurs?
No.
Definitely not, right?
No, he's
So then
I'll tell you what,
he's
Harry Kane's
definitely
going to
okay.
he's going to Bayern. Bayern don't overpay. Bayern will pay fair.
Well, now they... Now they're
Oh,
being...
now they're overpaying.
No, they're going past their normal model.
No, I'm saying they're overbidding now.
No, they're not overbidding. They just... Bayern normally don't go past 50 million euros for a player.
So I want to talk about that because this whole chase is very unbecoming of Bayern. It's very un-Bayern-like.
But must I tell you why? Do you know what?
Because they back Tuchel so much.
Tommy Tuchel.
That's it.
But it's also quite funny.
Also, they're trying to replace Lewandowski because they tried to replace Lewandowski with Mane.
Well, with a different model.
Yeah, and we saw how that worked out.
No, but I was going to say, I totally lost my train of thought there.
That's all right. That's all right. You're a social media guy.
Totally slipped.
You make us trend. So it's very unbecoming of Bayern to chase after a player like this.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
no,
it's not often that Bayern looks desperate.
They look desperate.
Because at the moment, I mean, it's like constantly going up to someone that, like asking someone out, and they repeatedly say no. It's like, okay, how can I, like, I'll give you more money.
Exactly, because listen, there's a leadership vacuum at Bayern. A lot of things
But Bayern
happening
got
there.
lucky last season by winning the league. They didn't win the league. Dortmund
blew
effed
it.
up.
Dortmund blew it. Because now for Bayern, and it's increasingly, I don't think they get Harry Kane.
He's getting paid all right. He could get more.
How much is he
But
making?
he will get more.
200,000 pounds a
Okay,
week.
but
That's okay.
right, but next season,
He deserves more though.
you're going to tell me Harry Kane leaves on a free transfer and that guy doesn't push over 400 a week
No, he's going to push 400.
as a free agent.
No, he's going to push 400.
Yeah.
He's going, it's fine. I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
I'm going to be okay.
I'll go to Madrid and just for all the money bags.
Man, because it's lining up an Mbappe Harry Kane forward line at Real Madrid next
Oh my goodness.
season. You heard, well, season after next. Next team on. As for the rest of Tottenham, got a new coach, Big Ange
Postecoglou.
He's done good things everywhere. You know, a success at Celtic we've seen doesn't necessarily translate as easily. But hey, listen, it's a bit of a different approach. You've tried the bigger names. I don't know, whatever. I mean, Daniel Levy, good luck to you. Next up on the roster, Sheffield United, yo-yo team of the past decade, right? Up and down
Them
and
and
up
Burnley.
and down. I'll tell you, the only thing I have to say about Sheffield United is this, right? A couple of years ago, I had a dream. That
Yes, bro. The West Ham are spending that money.
oh, who's next? Who's next up there? We'll catch up with you. Here's my dream.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was just a flash. I just had to go back here.
So if you don't know, Senzo's got his eyes on Sky Sports on the yellow transfer ticker.
Jesus, West Ham are high.
See, there he goes.
You know, if you give Senzo a Twitter account, you might as well call him South African Fabrizio at this point.
Yeah, he's going to be like Fabrizio is like 50-50. Senzo's going to be like 90-10 wrong. And I dreamt that United signed Ollie McBurney. You know, Ollie McBurney for Sheffield United, the big tall striker.
Yes.
And I was so angry, I went to burn a United shirt outside my brother's house. He's got like an open park in Dublin. I went to burn my United shirt there.
Wait,
and I
this
told
is
him about
sleepwalking, or is this in your dream?
This
It's an
is my
Alvarez. It's an Alvarez.
This is my dream.
Completes move from Ajax.
That's
To West Ham.
to West Ham.
34 million pounds.
Paqueta's gone because that's a very similar.
But they're saying they're not listening to anything under 85.
What? Okay, fine, whatever.
Pep's crazy. He'll spend them.
It's an Alvarez. That's a good signing, eh?
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good signing.
decent.
A lot of people were looking at him. Nottingham Forest, a bit of a surprise last season, ended the season quite comfortably. People thought that they were going to battle. That's our first former European Cup winner that we're talking about. Signed 15 or 18 players? 13 players. They haven't been as wild. Morgan Gibbs-White, that's a good player. If he has another good season like that.
I don't think he's going to be at Nottingham.
You don't think?
Come the end of the window, you won't be at Nottingham Forest.
That's a West Ham sign. Crystal Palace? Nah.
Nah.
You think he goes higher?
He'll go to Spurs. Watch.
Not a bad call.
Watch.
Not a bad call. Listen, Nottingham Forest, I cannot. They got a lot of players. I still cannot. Jordan Henderson, he's not gone back there, but they flirting
You mean
around
Dean
him.
Henderson?
Dean Henderson, sorry.
Jordan Henderson is in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, being
he
a
did
hypocrite.
exactly
All the
what
cash.
I called.
Jordan Henderson being a
Okay,
hypocrite.
but we'll get there.
Sorry, Dean Henderson, you are not a hypocrite. Let's talk team number 4, finished 4th place. Interesting times at Newcastle United. Some may say the 5th club of the Saudi Investment Fund,
Yes.
of the PIF. But
They're
let's
6.
I'm so mad they sold Saint
Chelsea.
Maximum. I really dug that guy.
Bro, dude.
He was such a sick player.
Well, that is a transfer that got them investigated because people, other Premier League clubs.
Sam Maximum's the Jake Paul of football.
No, you know why? Because I won't take that. Because Jake Paul has an end product.
Yeah.
You know, if Saint Max, if they were the same, it'd be Jake Paul just talking and never doing anything.
Yeah.
Saint Maximin, no end product.
Who have they signed, by
Great
the way?
swag.
This Newcastle.
Tonali, bro.
Newcastle got Tonali. A man, we said it earlier about Sigmaka.
Tonali, and they signed that kid from Southampton for like mad money this week.
Tino Livramento.
Yeah.
And then they've also signed also another Leicester player, Harvey Barnes.
That's a good sign.
Those are their 3 big name signings so far. But listen, they did some good work. Tonali does not want to be at Newcastle.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the name works, Tonali.
No, but also Tonali.
Tonali and the
But he's
Tsunami.
he's good though.
He is good, but listen, Italians,
In the Northwest.
Gianfranco Zola and Di Canio aside, in 20 odd years of the Premier League, those are 2 Italians have thrived in the Premier League. Who else?
Do you count Gianluca Vialli? He was in London. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. And did he thrive?
No.
Did he have his best football there?
No.
Where Di Canio and Zola, their best football was in the
Yeah.
Premier League. Vialli had come kind of on the back end of the late Gianluca Vialli. So in all those years, he doesn't want to leave AC Milan. He loves Italy.
Yeah.
He has to go because AC Milan need the money. I mean, and AC Milan went all in on Rafa Leao.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't leave anything else on the table.
The kitchen sink.
They gave him everything.
But AC Milan are building nicely.
They are building nicely. I think we're going to do a European show, a bit of a European preview show as well. So Tonali doesn't want to be there. Harvey Barnes, that is a very good signing. Livramento is a very good signing as well. Do you think they can handle the Champions League? Do you think they have as good a season? I'll tell you what I suspect is going to ruin their season. Let me tell you something. Firstly, I don't know if they're going to score enough goals.
I'm worried about that team clicking.
I think they click because their signings are very solid. They're very sensible. That's Eddie Howe. I don't think they score enough
It's
goals.
annoyingly sensible, as we've discussed before.
And he keeps going on.
Sensible.
Keeps sensible.
No outrageous money signings.
Nothing yet.
No massive headlines. They're slowly building a little empire. I'm telling you,
I mean, no
Newcastle's
Neymar.
one to watch.
I mean, Neymar wants out. Neymar wants out.
finished out in Chelsea, so
and
yeah.
no Neymar. No
See, 'cause
Neymar links.
do you remember in our previous season, I did say Harry Kane would actually do well at Newcastle because they have the money for him there as well.
Be a bit of a Shearer Mark II.
Honestly.
Right?
Honestly. David Ginola.
Yeah. So I don't know if Newcastle score enough goals. And the other thing about it is that the Premier League are clamping down on time wasting.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
They're going to do World Cup style clocks,
City found out the hard way.
right? And Newcastle are notorious for
Yeah.
time wasting, notorious for slowing the game down. I don't think they get away. I think that's going to hurt them. So I'd be very surprised. Listen, they got their Champions League run. We're going to see how that goes. I don't think they finish top 4 again this season, unless they get a gangbuster striker. But it's not their style, and there's no strikers in play.
Yeah.
There's no strikers.
And also
on the
have to
market.
play very different football in Champions League.
Completely.
You have
I
to
don't
play-
know. I still think they want to watch.
Listen,
And
no,
none
I
that-
think long term.
Long-term,
Ryan,
yeah,
I
long-term.
don't dispute. I think long term,
long-term, yeah.
they had to stay. But I just think that this season, that move to change, because they haven't signed. I mean, Harvey Barnes, solid player, not a Champions League player.
Yeah.
Okay. Tonali,
Champions League, yes.
Champions League player. Does he adapt
Does
to
he
the
have the
Premier
right?
League?
Does he have the right pieces?
Livramento, solid player, not a Champions League player yet. So it kind of goes,
Yeah.
well, can you balance? Suddenly there's extra games. I'll tell you one thing. Champions League nights up in Newcastle are going to be phenomenal.
Oh,
The
it's going to be bouncing. It's going to be bouncing.
I think
St.
they're going to
James.
bloody noses if they
St.
get
James is
a,
going to be bouncing.
if they get a big team in their group, they get Bayern in their group. They're beating Bayern at St. James Park. No doubt about
When
it.
last win in Champions League? 2003, 4.
2003-4 round about then, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
20 years.
I'm going to skip because now we're going through this alphabetically. I'm going to save the bigger teams because they kind of come up now. I want to talk about quickly Luton Town. What a hell of a story, right?
Bro.
I mean, if you don't know, they have gone from, they draked it, started from the bottom, now they're here. They've been through all
seriously.
divisions. I can't remember his first name, but they have a player playing for them that has represented them. First player to represent the
And
same
he
club
went every
in every
tier.
tier in English football, and now including the Premier League. Peli Radak Mpanzu. Peli Radak Mpanzu has played for Luton Town in every single division. Listen, he's not going to tear the Premier League alight. I doubt he makes the matchday squad.
He won't.
Those are the two things you're going to learn. So you want to bluff this guy to Luton Town. That's the one thing. The other thing is their ground. I mean, they had to move.
Too small.
They had to ask to switch
Kenilworth
fixtures
Road.
around. Kenilworth Road, because their stadium isn't Premier League ready.
Oh,
But
wow.
they must do what Brighton did, because Brighton also had to do the same. But lucky they got an MX.
Yeah, with like a flat pack stadium from IKEA.
Yeah.
They just came and built
Wait,
it.
so what's happening with this?
So Kenilworth Road is a tiny stadium, old school. The away fan entrance is through people's houses.
Yes.
You overlook people's backyards, right? So this is crazy because
That's awesome.
so it is awesome because we're in this age of like industrialized stadiums.
Yeah, massive.
2 weeks ago, a lot of the chatter on social media about Ellis Park was going not fit for purpose, bad part of town. And granted, it isn't a bad part of town.
It has been.
But if you're clever and you can get in, you can have a nice experience. That's what I do, right?
Yeah.
But you stop getting rid of stadiums with character to build these paint by number stadiums.
Well, I mean, they could do a little more maintenance on the Ellis Park Stadium. It's a beautiful place.
I think the actual
let it go a
complex
bit.
where it is. No, the area around it is fucked. Like
the
that's
area
true.
around it.
that's
but,
not Ellis Park's fault.
But then again, do you want a situation where it becomes like the Cape Town Stadium and the stadium in PE?
Oh, well, listen. Cape Town Stadium is phenomenal because of where it is.
Yeah, but like
that's a fantastic
But
experience.
do they really recoup?
PE is an office park.
Well, I mean,
They rent out the spaces as offices.
if you look at Moses Mabhida, I mean, that thing's just a white
That's
elephant.
a white elephant.
No, but like I'm saying in
Look,
terms of
South Africa aside, but I'm talking about stadium experience. So for Kenilworth Road, right?
So now, what's the solve there? Can I just ask, because I actually don't know, this is something I've never considered. When you enter the Premier League, are there certain regulations you need?
Your stadium has to fit certain codes.
Yeah.
You have to have certain size changing rooms. You have to have X amount of away fans. Yeah, there's a whole big thing.
Is there a minimum amount that the stadium should hold?
I think it's 18, at minimum 18,000.
18.
Okay.
It's round
And
about
that's
there.
like minimum.
Yeah. Like,
But you as going to the Premier League, you want to maximize. Going, well, I want as many people in here as possible.
But depends where you are as well.
Well, Luton's in London. Londonish.
But London,
Londonish.
London only has like barring Wembley because we're only 260,000 capacity.
So look, Luton Town they are upgrading the stadium. So they actually asked for their first game to be switched. Because they were supposed to play home first, away to give themselves an extra week
Makes
to
sense.
get the stadium. They said, I was listening to a podcast earlier this week. They said the stadium would have been ready, but they don't want to take the chance.
but obviously, this is going to cost them money now to rebuild. And so now, do they have to buy the properties around there?
No, they just it's same stadium. They're just upgrading it to Premier League standards.
Or then you just give like Spotify or MX. You give them naming rights and then.
But look,
fair enough.
They haven't had to move grounds. It's just kind of.
No, I just thought. I thought that
Same thing happened but Brighton.
Brighton
Case in
was the
point.
same. Brighton was the same.
Case
I
in
thought it
point.
was going to be the similar thing to like the LA Clippers moving into the Lakers Stadium?
Staples Center.
Yeah, the
Or it's called
Staples-
Crypto.
Crypto.com, yeah. But I thought maybe there's a similar deal. Maybe they were going to just like share it with another footballing. That's what I thought.
Nah, this is not the San Siro, boy.
Listen, Luton Town going straight back down. That's
Yeah,
just,
no. No, it's pure economics.
Paolo's not biased.
No.
at all.
It's not part of being biased. It's him being realistic.
Luton got promoted ahead of schedule. You know, the playoffs, because they came up via the playoffs, right?
Right.
The playoffs to get into the Premier League it's basically taking the team from 8th. So from 3rd to 8th, right? 3rd to 8th.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
3rd, or 10th. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you can finish 8th and go to the Premier League, which is kind of what happened with Luton. I don't know if they were that far down. And they played against Coventry, who were much higher, much better prepared, much better squad, and they beat them in the playoffs. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
If you're like, so in the championship, you want to finish top 2. Because top 3 does nothing for you.
Top 2 got,
Top 3
you finish
does
3rd, you may as well finish 7th.
Yeah. Top 3 does nothing for you.
Right.
So you might as
I
well,
see.
top 2 automatic, you don't have to worry about.
Middlesbrough, I think Middlesbrough finished 3rd.
Yeah.
They had a killer season. Michael Carrick doing all the things there. They had a killer season.
And they're like, we have to
So did
go
the
back.
playoffs.
It's like, do you know what it's like? The equivalent of, it's like the playing tournament in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you finish 6th or 7th seed, you're like, what is the actual point? I might as well have finished 9th or 10th.
Yeah.
Because
What's the point?
it does nothing for you.
So I'm not buying into Luton Town. Fulham last year, talking about lovely little stadiums.
The best team in West London.
Fulham have
Okay.
They finished higher than you, dog.
have had an interesting off-season because the Saudis are after Fulham players big time.
Yeah.
So firstly going after
After the
Marcus
whole
Silva.
of London.
Marcus Silva trying to poach their coach, trying to get him over to Saudi. So far, he's turned them down.
Did Mitrovic go to Saudi?
Mitrovic, not yet, but he's been sulking.
No, but I know like Fulham won't play him again. He said he won't play for Fulham. It was one of the two.
So he says, listen, man, I want to ask you guys something here, right? Mitrovic. So Mitrovic, also Fulham up and down. Mitrovic has had his chances in the Premier League up and down.
Right.
Good championship striker, not doing in the Premier League. Last season he managed to do it, right? And then ruined his season by losing his mind at Old Trafford.
Right.
He's 26, 27. All has been linked, but kind of like to a big club, but kind of like I think probably by his agent. I don't think any big club has seriously been interested in Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Now, at Fulham, maybe you're 50 to 80,000. He's offered $500,000
In Saudi.
in Saudi.
Jeez.
And you're Mitrovic, you're going, listen, I'm never going to play
$500,000 a week.
$500,000 a week to
Holy
go play in
shit.
Saudi.
That's nothing.
If you're Mitrovic,
I'm taking it for 2 years and coming back.
I mean, you're going...
buddy, I own you. There's a contract.
There's a contract, right? There's a contract.
I own you.
Okay, I'd sulk.
Obviously.
That's going. I'm never going to play for a Champions League side.
at all.
That's gone.
That's
it's not
gone
going
long ago,
unless I go back to Serbia when I'm older and have my swan song. I do one of those, right?
Red Star Belgrade.
But I'm not playing for a Champions League side. $500,000, like
I'm out.
7 to 8 times my salary.
Catch
Yeah,
you
but
later.
For doing the same thing.
But the numbers in Saudi are ridiculous, bro.
So if I'm Mitrovic, I'm also sulking. Willian has been poached for a long. Willian signed a new contract,
yeah.
and within a day or two, off to Saudi.
It's so funny. Like all
you
these
gonna do?
reels are popping up on my Instagram and Twitter account of like Jordan Henderson and Mane like reuniting in the change rooms of Saudi, and all these players are like, welcome to the Billionaires Boys Club.
So it is. It is like, man, it's Live Golf Football Edition.
Bro.
It's like you were chosen to,
Yeah, but
And the man who made it all tick for Fulham last year, João Palhinha, I don't think he finishes I don't think he's there at the end of the transfer window.
Doesn't make it, huh?
it depends which one, Brooks, because there's a lot happening with this transfer window now.
Well, also the argument about how the Saudi transfer
Yeah,
window
because
closes off the
Klopp
Premier
went
League.
in, he's like, no, man, you guys are looting me.
Wait, hold on a sec. Whoa. Just stop right there. Are you telling me that Jurgen Klopp has been complaining about something?
Brilliant.
Unbelievable. Jurgen Klopp, who never complains about a thing. You telling me he's been complaining?
Bro,
Man.
I know it's wild, eh?
Okay, listen, the less said about Everton, the better. My God, they ran it close to getting relegated. Done nothing interesting.
At
Still
all.
relying on Calvert-Lewin. Still Jordan Pickford in goals.
It's sad what happened to Everton, though. But do you think the change of ownership, Ismanov, or
Oh man, I don't know. So Everton are at a point where they're building this beautiful new stadium, and they're going to inaugurate it in the Championship. It's going to happen.
Klopp complains about Saudi deadline transfer window?
Klopp complains. Those words have never been put together on the internet. Google those words. It'll say no matches found. Klopp complains.
Jurgen Klopp urged World Soccer governing body FIFA to look into Saudi Arabia's transfer window closing 3 weeks after Europe's one, with Liverpool boss fearing major European leagues will lose more players.
Okay, but he's fine with Saudi when they're overpaying for crocked old midfielders.
Yeah.
But okay, that's cool. Crystal Palace, Roy Hodgson's birthday today as we record this.
97.
97. Played
Nice.
football in South Africa. Did you know, Ryan?
I did not know.
Roy Hodgson played soccer, yeah.
Yep.
In South Africa. The big move finally happened. Wilfried Zaha leaving Crystal Palace, gone to
go to-
Galatasaray. Good for him, man.
Good for him,
Good
but
for
like...
him. Went to United, bonked Moyes' daughter, allegedly.
He should have
Don't
gone to
at me.
Arsenal.
Allegedly. And kind of been a good servant for Crystal Palace. Ryan thought he's going to stay because he owns Croydon FC with Stormzy.
Sure.
Do a mixtape. But he's gone to Galatasaray. Good. Galatasaray building something. We'll talk about them in our
Yeah.
European show. They're building something
Yeah.
interesting. It's going to crash and burn in absolute flames. It's going to be spectacular to watch. But Wilfried... What does Crystal Palace look like without Wilfried Zaha? And you
It's on
think
Eze now.
Eze and Olise, but Olise is being eyeballed by Todd Bowley. So, that's another one that could happen.
Eze as well, watch. He's good.
Could be both. One of them. They're going to lose one of them.
Yeah, they will.
Along with Wilfried Zaha. That is a big
Oh,
loss
brilliant. Yes,
for
yeah.
Crystal Palace. But, Crystal Palace is going to Crystal Palace. As long as Hodgson is there and they have the guts to stick by him.
12th,
Another
11th,
12th and just kind of like...
13th, yeah.
But that's disappointing because, when Palace are on, they are on.
They shouldn't have fired Vieira.
You don't think so?
they shouldn't have fired Patrick Vieira. He was doing something.
Because they were never going down. I
They
don't think
weren't
were
going down.
There were such bad teams last year.
They were experimenting, yes.
Yeah.
But
Patrick Vieira just felt right there, man. And listen, Crystal Palace, the thing about there, you get that right. That area is the hotbed of football. in London.
yes.
Hotbed.
Yeah.
It like sits up there with Rio de Janeiro and Paris as like
Yes.
being just these fertile training grounds.
And Benfica.
Well, they pinch from everywhere. You know? But yeah, you get Crystal Palace right.
Yeah, legends, bro.
You know, so I think it's another, and that's fine. I mean, Crystal Palace. But at what point does it not become fine? You know,
I don't know. I mean, some clubs, I think they're okay with being what they are. Because if you get relegated, who's to say you're guaranteed to make it back?
one of the teams that
Unless
did,
you're Fulham.
well, or one of the teams that did, because you know you kind of go, okay, well, we're fine like this for a while. Burnley for so long, well, like you know, we got Sean Dyche Ball, which has now been transferred to Everton. They move away from it, get relegated, go back, strip the whole thing down, win the championship last year, playing amazing football. Vincent Kompany doing Guardiola light type of stuff up there. Ryan, I'll bring you in here. You know who's new investors in Burnley? Shirt sponsors.
Who?
Dude Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Dude Perfect.
That's fascinating, actually.
Yes.
I watch those guys all the time.
Announced this week, Dude Perfect have invested in Fulham, will be their shirt sponsors. Oh, not Fulham.
Burnley.
Will be their shirt sponsors, Ryan.
Wow.
Moved into agreed a content partnership with Dude Perfect.
I'm seeing a lot of these things. We have Arsenal with Prime and wasn't there another one?
That's
Barcelona.
If you're a clout chaser, a Premier
boy.
League team
Dude
will take
Perfect.
your money.
I mean,
at least they have a shirt sponsor. Chelsea's come out here with no sponsor. They had to release the kit after stripping Steak.
We're going to get to...
I'd strip
We'll
Chelsea
get
as
there.
well after last season's performance.
We're going to get to the meaningless teams just now.
Okay.
But shout out to Burnley. They open up playing Man City. Pep Guardiola is so pissed off after losing the Charity Shield.
Oh,
or Community
here comes
Shield.
8.
He's
Here
gonna be,
comes 8.
Vincent, your time will come.
I like you, but
I am pissed off.
only I can be the
I
one.
lost to my other protege.
Oh,
Okay.
Not you.
But not you.
Can I tell you,
Erling, Kevin, you are starting.
that match, right? And it wasn't so much that Manchester City lost. It was more the fact about Arsenal winning.
That's penalties, though.
I know, but the thing is, if you've met Arsenal fans, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, they went from it doesn't matter to like, the best team
That's
in
what I'm
England.
saying.
Within 30 seconds.
Within 30 seconds. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that shield meant nothing to anyone in the beginning. But the mere fact that Manchester City lost was...
But it's a poison chalice. Good for Arsenal for winning it because the old adage goes, if you win the Charity Shield, Paulo, you know this. You don't win the league.
Well, that's what Pep said. They said you've lost 3 in a row. He said, well, I've won 3 Premier League titles in a row, so I'm okay. I'm good.
I'm all right. I'm all right. So,
Listen, quick shout out to Burnley. They're going to be the only Premier League team with a South African as a regular starter, Lyle Foster.
Yeah, Lyle Foster, he's
because Wout Weghorst loan ended, went back to Burnley. They've shipped him off to Hoffenheim, I think. So Lyle Foster is going to be leading the line for Burnley in the Premier League.
Oh, wow.
When last did we see a South African as a starter in a Premier League team?
Ben McCarthy, Blackburn. He was hot at Blackburn.
That is it.
No, it was Steve. It was Stephen.
Stephen Pienaar.
Stephen Pienaar was Everton.
But he wasn't a striker.
No, but
Starter.
he was a
I said
starter.
Starter.
He's more recent.
It was
than
the same
Benny
year.
McCarthy.
But it's a while. We're talking a decade at least.
Ben McCarthy has a Champions League, my man.
I know. No, I'm not
forget
stripping
that.
Benny McCarthy. I'm just saying Pienaar was in a little longer than Benny McCarthy because Benny McCarthy came back.
Did you see that video of the first day at United training?
Oh,
When Ben McCarthy came back and how much the players love him?
they love
Like the
Benny
players are lining up
Yeah.
to like just get some of that Benny loving. I'll take some Benny loving.
No, but like Benny
You
McCarthy.
know Benny's going to give you some good loving there.
but
Come
also
on,
he's
tell
played
you.
he's played at an elite level from when he was young.
Champions League, man. Come on.
He's played for Ajax Amsterdam. He's played at Celta Vigo. He's played at Porto. He's played at West Ham when West Ham were actually good.
Blackburn. I mean,
Blackburn.
You know, he did it. Benny McCarthy, he did all
But
the
also
things.
Stephen Pienaar as well.
Yeah,
He's
Stephen.
doing it.
Stephen Pienaar.
Dortmund.
Same route.
Ajax, Everton, Spurs didn't work out. Went back to Everton, but like he's got a solid resume.
I forgot he played at Spurs, right? I forgot he played there.
Didn't play. Went to
Well, he was there.
went to collect money bags.
Let's talk about 3Bs next, right? because we did Burnley. So let's actually go into the Bs. That works. I didn't even plan it.
Nice.
That worked out perfectly. Brighton.
Beautiful.
Brighton, Chelsea's feeder club.
Who Chelsea get finessed by?
Todd Bowley should have just bought Brighton.
Bought Brighton.
And not worried about Chelsea.
At a premium.
Just start.
Yeah,
I mean,
we took their useless coach. We still have that defender who
Cucurella.
I don't like, Cucurella.
Caicedo.
Bought them for $1 million.
Caicedo is still not confirmed, but in the running for sure.
We don't have a here.
You're gonna pay 120 million pounds.
No, I know, and you know what? We've been ripped off before. I mean, I don't even think how much did you pay for Cucurella? 60 to 80.
60.
Way too much.
Way too much.
40
bro.
million too much.
10 million
we
for
got Potter.
Cucurella, 50 for his hair.
Yeah.
We got Potter
Best
and
hair
we
in the
got
Premier
him.
League.
Useless, honestly. No, Caicedo we'll see.
Oh, 150 million.
No, and the thing is, they will spend it because no one else is looking at him, and Bowley wants.
No,
him.
not that nobody's looking at him. It's just that people aren't going to pay that. Only Chelsea are going to pay that kind
What
of money.
Brighton got to watch out for, right, is an absolute asset stripping. Because, so far they've been fantastic in replacing. They kind of got this production line. They always got the next.
Beautiful football.
You know, and they bring players out of nowhere. Within a season, they move them, right? So Caicedo might be the next. Matoma, linked to City.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem right because they say
They've already lost Alexis.
Amari's replacement, but Matoma's better on the left. Alexis is a massive loss. Yeah, striker-wise, they got Ewan Ferguson. I mean, I think that kid's going to be fantastic.
Oh, they lost Trossard as well.
They lost Trossard.
If they lose Solly March, then you know.
Even though he never played Raya, their goalkeeper, he's now gone to Arsenal.
Sanchez has gone to
Chelsea.
You know, so you're kind of going, how long can you keep regenerating? We saw with Southampton.
Oh, yes.
You know, same thing was happening with Southampton.
Yes.
For a season or two, they regenerated, and then it's just too much. You know,
You can't keep up with the demand.
You know, and teams get wise to you because they go, where's Brighton buying from?
Yeah.
Let's go buy, let's buy that club.
Let's cut out the middleman.
Brighton are buying the players. Let's just buy that club. You know, it's going to save us in the long run. So I wonder if they if they lose one more big one, I don't think De Zerbi's fantastic.
Yes,
fantastic
De Zerbi's
coach.
awesome.
But I also think that there comes a point where I don't see him going to a Premier League job, but I see a big Italian job.
Yeah.
Comes available, they're going after him.
Yeah.
A Premier, your top 4, top 5 Italian
and also Brighton
team.
play good football.
They play good football,
it's
man.
entertaining.
So as long as he's there, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I think you gotta Inzaghi's safe at Inter. Mourinho, you never know.
He's a loose cannon.
But I think one of those, even Juventus, I think one of those become available.
Oh,
De Zerbi's got, and they offered to him. I was like, Brighton, I love you, man. But and that's going to
PSG could be available very soon.
They handled Potter. The next B up there, the actual Bs, Brentford, Luca Toni. Ryan, you are a gambler. What do you think of Luca Toni?
Ivan Toni. Luca Toni is Italian.
You know what I mean, bitch.
Are we talking about Ivan Toni, right?
We're talking about Ivan Toni.
I don't think you know Luca Toni.
No, well,
You don't know Luca Toni.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's the one.
he
That's
doesn't
the
know
one.
Luca Toni.
We're doing Luca Toni's headphone celebration.
Right, I see.
Right.
No, because Ivan Toni, I think he's pretty strong.
Banned till
He's
January.
an addict, bro.
Banned till January.
He's an addict.
So Ivan Toni, if you don't know, phenomenal striker.
Yeah.
He owns something. There's something that came up that. Hold on, I was
I hope he's got the receipts because he
Owns the bookmaker.
He owns a bookmaker. That's what's happening.
Yeah, he's an addict, though.
Betting on his own games.
Oh.
And he's banned till January. Listen, make light of it. I mean, gambling addiction is a real problem.
No, but like I saw something. I'm gonna send it to you guys. The Athletic. They like 2 weeks ago they did a segment about it, like 10-minute segment. There's a big,
I don't think he's the only one.
Who's the corker? They used to play for Spurs.
Oh yes. I know you're talking about. Yeah,
He used to blow like 250 quid a weekend.
Stephen Corker.
Yes.
And he went to Liverpool.
Yeah.
That one.
He used to blow 250 quid a weekend on gambling.
I don't think he's the only one. 'Cause
Yeah,
what you're
there are
talking
a lot
about
of them,
is young men with a lot of money and a lot of time on their hands.
Exactly.
Oh. So look,
but it is a serious problem.
Look, it is a big issue, and I know something Ryan said earlier, but I mean, it's kind of this move away. A lot of Premier League teams are not taking on sports betting companies. Newcastle.
But just because you ignore a problem does make it go away.
Well, that's the thing.
But it's funny though. And then you look at the Championship's sponsor.
Of course, man.
Sky Bet.
Sky Bet. It's all over. It's all over. Well, look at Brentford's sponsor, Hollywood Bets. Look at Brentford's owner, the guy who owns Hollywood Bets, or started Hollywood Bets.
He's probably punting, giving Tony tips.
Man.
So have they still kept their shirt sponsors?
No, I think they changed it.
They've also ripped
not
it
allowed
off.
to.
'Cause I was going to say, it's unfair because Chelsea literally didn't even have a chance
Yeah,
to
but you
replace their shirt
guys are
sponsor.
the worst team in London.
Chelsea made the choice. So listen, I think Brentford have come through. I think they've had a good run. They bloody noses. Thomas Frank is another good coach. I think he's the next one to be poached by a big club.
Do you think they go down? Third season syndrome.
You know, the thing with Tony,
No, it's a real thing, bro.
I know.
because they don't have a striker. And why replace? You kind of just got to keep it clean until Tony comes in.
But the Raya money is coming through, so.
Man, but that's not enough. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
Brentford.
30 million doesn't get you
I think
anything.
Brentford level out. Thomas Frank is a good coach, but you know what? In case of emergency, break the Romeo Beckham glass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it made the move permanent. Dad said, look, bro, Messi's here, bro. Don't need you.
Yeah, so I don't need
Don't
you.
need you. You can.
Hey, maybe there's a swap deal. Romeo Beckham and Messi somewhere down the line. We see.
Imagine.
And the next B is Bournemouth. Now listen, Bournemouth.
Yes.
Boring as hell.
Harry Houdini.
I do want to mention something. Oh, total Harry Houdini. I mean, they pulled
Escape
off a
artists of note. But it's not the first time, though.
You know who they signed?
Who?
This is an interesting one. This is the only interesting thing about them. It's going to flop. It's going to be Justin Kluivert. Patrick Kluivert's son. Hey? I mean, he played for your guys, Valencia.
Yeah, played for Barca, played for
For
Roma.
Barca? Roma? That's what happens when you're a Kluivert. It's what happens when you're a Paul. It opens up the doors when you're a Kluivert. Guess who you play for?
So do you think Callum Best regrets it now?
Oh, my man. Callum Best, that guy. What a story there. So that's the only thing I have to say about Bournemouth, that Justin Kluivert is there. He's going to do
There's
nothing.
nothing.
He's a busted flash.
Nothing.
You know, I read one preview that said, it says everything about your career when at the age of 24, you're described as ex-Holland international.
Bojan Krkic. Same thing.
Oh, man, but that guy is hiding to nothing. You know, you can't be called the next Messi when you're 2 years younger than the current
Honestly,
Messi.
bro.
It's not going to work for you.
Honestly.
You know,
and
so
we all know how that petered out. Man.
that was a poison chalice for him. I want to talk about a team before we get into the big sides. And I'm being generous, Ryan. I'm including Chelsea in there. I think a big shock is coming. Aston Villa are going to bloody some noses.
I've heard this.
But have you seen how much money they've been hemorrhaging?
But do you know Aston Villa? Listen, it's probably changed around now. But I know we're going back about a season and a bit. They were their owners were the third richest owners in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Their ownership group. It's probably changed a little bit. But so not only do they get fix Steven Gerrard went in there, thought, it's just, holding patterns until I become Liverpool coach. That doesn't work out. Unai Emery comes in.
Solid. But we know Unai.
Man, and some of their signings though. Pau Torres. Everyone was chasing him.
Dude.
Tielemans on a free.
Even is this the French kid? I'll tell you now how much money Villa have hemorrhaged. You're going to.
But does Premier League hemorrhaging money really count, man?
No, it doesn't.
The next TV deal kicks in. It's billion.
Moussa Diaby.
Moussa Diaby.
55 million euros.
Listen, people are saying Moussa Diaby is the real deal. They're saying he is the absolute
Pau
real
Torres,
deal.
dude.
Pau Torres is the one. Every big team was linked with him.
40 million euros.
I know. Every big team was linked with him.
Yeah.
Comes in. And, they still got Ollie Watkins in there. They still got Ramsey in there.
Yeah.
He looks to have got a tune out of Leon Bailey.
But he's got Europa commitments. That's why.
He's the king of the Europa League.
So he has to bring reinforcements.
He's the king of the Europa League.
But yeah, no.
Start engraving it now.
I know it's talking about Villa, and I was like, Pau Torres. People looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, this guy's good, bro.
Watch out, Aston Villa. I
Yeah?
think. Good coach, little bit of everything.
There's a lot of, I was watching a couple of the predictions that got released. Obviously, this week it's starting, so everybody's kind of putting their predictions out. And Aston Villa, they say, is a definite one to watch.
Yeah.
Definite.
Top 6, they're saying, and I'm like, wow,
Definite.
top 6.
Yes.
I'm saying top 5 because
Top 5 as well.
I think they're going
Top
to kick
5.
because they're competing with Chelsea for that. And
Chelsea
Chelsea do
aren't
not
even in
have
Europe,
their
bro.
shit together.
No, Chelsea's a mess, bro.
You know what?
Okay. Feelings aside, Ryan.
I blame.
Okay,
I blame. I blame.
Senzo and I'll be
Potter for
talking
this.
a lot. Okay. You're a Chelsea fan, of course. You've
Yes.
seen the signings. You've seen people going out. We've spoken about it coming in.
Yeah,
As we stand right now, no senior striker in Nkunku. I don't believe he
Nkunku's
exists.
out
I don't believe he
for
exists.
17 weeks.
I've never seen him play.
4 months.
4 months.
You guys clearly didn't watch. Didn't you watch the preseason?
No one watches preseason.
Especially not preseason Chelsea.
No one watches
Guys, they
preseason.
played with Wrexham and they were in LA. Come
Wrexham.
on.
You're watching
Wrex-
Wrexham and Chelsea preseason.
Wrexham are the literal 4th division.
Bro, read a
Guys,
book, please.
guys,
Please
guys.
read a book.
Guys, we also played Fulham. We played
Read a
Newcastle
book.
as well.
Ryan, take a sip of your Amazon
Read a
of your
book.
Prime. Take a sip of your Prime because but let's go. The case for Chelsea finishing top 4.
Here it is.
You see, he yawned. He didn't even.
No,
Because what I'm saying is that Villa, they're competing with Villa to get in anywhere near the
Look,
top.
can I be honest with Chelsea? Right? And I had this discussion with Senzo on the way here. It's very difficult because
You're
the
rubbish.
entire team has been stripped, and I don't want to say it's rubbish. We haven't seen enough to say that it's
No,
rubbish.
you're garbage.
And it's just now we've replaced most of the team. I think there's 3 players left. There's like Cucurella, Kepa, and Reece James.
You don't know half the Oaks you've signed.
We don't know half the guy. Mudryk
what?
and Enzo Fernandez are still
I know
there,
the
but
Oaks that you've signed. Do you know the Oaks that you've signed?
No, I know the guys who signed.
You bought.
You don't have to like test me on it, but I'm saying
Have you seen DRCC play?
no.
Brilliant.
I'm saying I haven't seen.
Senzo's excited about him.
He's brilliant. He's good. I don't know what he's doing at Chelsea, but anyway, yeah.
No, so it's a very difficult thing to say. And I was even saying Senzo on the way here. He was comparing to how Chelsea play versus how one of the other teams are playing, Arsenal. And I was saying we can't really say that now because Chelsea's squad is gone and it's a new coach. It's pretty much an entire new team altogether. So now all the mannerisms and how Chelsea have played beforehand are kind of tossed out the window because it's complete new management or new, a new coach, and it's completely new players.
And
But we know
dude,
how Poch coaches though.
your
You've seen his style of
season
football.
starts in 4 days, and
I
you're
know.
still saying that. And by the way,
And you
actually,
the 60 million, your 60 million euro asset and your 73 million pounder are out.
Actually, your season starts in 5 days because your first game is
Against
against
Liverpool.
So your season starts on Monday.
Oh, bro.
So I'm not saying that we don't have a team. I gave you a starting 11 on the last episode, but
Where are you
what
gonna
I'm
finish?
saying is
Do you still believe in that side? So you named a pretty decent side. A couple of them have changed since then. By the way.
yes, no, there's a,
Do you still believe? Do you still believe you can go the games at Stamford Bridge? That Liverpool aren't going to
But
pace
they
you at
haven't played
Stamford Bridge?
together. They haven't played
They
together.
haven't, but this is what I'm saying. I haven't even seen them play together. Like I saw the preseason and whatever. But as you say, you can't take that as regular season gaming. So it's going to be a new experience for everyone. All Chelsea fans are kind of just holding it together and seeing
you're a
what
mess.
happens.
You're a mess.
I never said we weren't a mess. I even admitted this to you in the car. Chelsea
You're a
is
club in crisis.
We're being investigated now from
Good.
back
Again.
from Roman Abramovich days still. Like they weren't.
Whoa. Stop again.
Good.
You're telling me Roman Abramovich was dodgy? Oh my
No,
God.
what
Klopp
I'm saying is-
complains.
we're being investigated for that now.
Yes.
Why?
Because City are being investigated for something that happened in 2011.
and you know what? Make a lot of noise. Todd can't walk around making the noise
He's
makes.
making.
I know.
And not bring heat. It's not his heat.
Yeah.
Because what was the other one? He took the charges. He said, "Oh no, it was before us, but you know what? We'll pay the fines." Because they knew there's something else. When
Didn't they get hit with £8 million?
and they took it. You see, they took it. They said, "No, it was before our time, but we'll take the charge," because they know there's something else coming, and yes, there's something else. When people admit guilt too quickly for something they don't do,
Your owner's an idiot, bro.
No, so I don't think he's an idiot. I think, you know what, they've put a lot of money into the squad now, and now it's just a matter of seeing how it comes together. So truthfully, I would like to think that Chelsea comes in the top 4, but I'm yet to see them play. So
Yeah.
Emotion out of it right now, as you are right now. Emotion out of it.
I don't know how they play.
Ryan, you can guess. You can make a prediction.
I can make a prediction. I'll say top 6. Easy.
yes, Chelsea's. I'm going to go through their
Chelsea's squad, the people we've signed, we have a young squad. We're solid. And we have Pochettino.
Let me go through.
Pochettino's rubbish. He's a
I
Spurs
don't
failure.
think so.
Let me go through your first 4 fixtures. You got Liverpool done.
Pasted.
West
5-0.
Ham away. You
and
don't
lost
win.
as well.
No, I don't think so.
You got Luton Town. Okay, maybe. But here's a prediction. After 3 games, Chelsea have no points. They panic and bring in Neymar. You heard it here
And
first.
here's another one.
For clout.
Here's another one. Chelsea are going to end up paying £170 million for 2 young midfielders, Romeo Lavia and Caicedo. What should happen? It's panic buy time.
I'll
Watch
say,
the panic buy.
But that's sensible. But you know what the thing is? What I see with Chelsea is that I look at that squad. There's a lot of good young players. All of them potential. They kind of go, okay, well, let's bypass Brighton, buy where Brighton were buying from. Kind of, we make the joke, but that's evidently what they're doing. They're all kids. There is no leadership. They sold all the leadership.
Yeah, but but we know Poch.
Yeah, but you need somebody on the field, and Poch wilts.
But do you think Poch is going to go back to Neymar? Because he didn't want. He said.
It's not his choice.
Oh, yeah.
You think it's his choice?
It's
That's
not
not his
his
decision.
choice.
Which is part of the problem.
Neymar is in discussions with Chelsea because PSG have told him to leave.
No, he handed in a transfer.
No, but also PSG said that they're done with him.
So
Also, Neymar's a sick note as well.
So in Chelsea, right? Kepa, we've seen him to be difficult, right? You got I believe in Chilwell and James. You got 2 experienced fullbacks, but they have their problems. They have injury problems, both of them. Yeah. Who leads that midfield? Who stands up and says, "I'm the guy in the midfield"?
Because Kante's gone now.
Enzo Fernandez.
So it'll be
no.
But does he
It has to be
lead?
Gallagher, bro.
Gallagher.
They shouldn't have sold Loftus-Cheek if they were going to do what they were going to do.
But that's what I'm saying. And up front, who's their leader?
Well,
right?
it's going to be Nkunku, but now it's got to be.
But not even Nkunku.
Jackson.
They don't have. But I'm not saying a player who plays. I'm saying a leader. I'm saying a guy that steps up, going, okay. The shit's going against us. Liverpool are hammering it. Liverpool are going to rip Chelsea to pieces, right?
A new one, bro.
I'm sorry, dude. I have to tell you.
A new one, bro.
Liverpool are going to destroy Chelsea.
A new one. It's going to
Right?
be actually, I'm scared for Chelsea.
Like, I think they're going to destroy them.
You don't think Raheem Sterling steps in?
Raheem is
man.
probably thinking, what the hell am I
What have
doing?
I done?
What am I doing here?
Get one of the L clubs on the line. I'm
out of here.
I'm out of here.
I don't need to win a Premier League. I've done it before. I'm out of here.
Man, listen, Chelsea are, every time you think, this makes sense, and I'm telling you, they end August with no points, and they desperate sign Neymar to take attention.
Well,
which is a bad deal.
Neymar's in discussions, and
it's a terrible deal.
Mbappe's
Neymar.
also in discussions for a 1-year loan. So, look, I'm not relying on it because I personally
don't.
My man,
they'll break your
So,
heart.
do you know Neymar since he signed for PSG in 2017, right?
Yeah.
He's missed 48% of all the matches PSG have played there in France.
I'm not saying he's the messiah of football either. I'm just saying they're looking for attention. Neymar will definitely bring that noise.
Panic buy.
We touched on Liverpool.
Panic.
I've said I'm very scared of Liverpool this season because I think they've been quietly efficient.
Yeah.
I think they have made their signings with no fuss. I think they have.
Who have they signed?
So they've stocked where they needed to stock. Their 2 big signings are
Alexis
Zaboslai and Alexis McAllister. And they needed to regenerate their midfield. Everyone knows that. I think Trent is going to push up more as a midfielder.
Do you think they're going for Romeo Lavia?
Not at the price Southampton wants.
No, Southampton are drunk.
They're not going to play that game. They don't need him. If I have to be
they
honest,
don't need him that bad, yeah.
Curtis Jones, I don't.
Harvey Elliott.
You've got the guys there already. Lavia's not going to play every game. Why am I to go pay a fortune?
Yeah, true.
So Alisson is still strong. Van Dijk.
Alisson.
Look, Van Dijk can't be that bad again.
Yeah.
Just Alisson's the most expensive goalkeeper on.
He's the best keeper in the league.
He's the best keeper in the Premier League.
He's the best keeper in the league.
So Liverpool have done. Listen, their forward line is stacked.
Yeah.
That forward line is fire, man.
I think Darwin comes right this season.
Listen, you got Jota, Diaz, Darwin, Salah, and I'm missing Gakpo.
Running at Thiago Silva.
Gakpo, you got 5. Jeez, I forgot. You got that forward line is stacked.
Oh,
it's varied. They can rotate, and then you got 2 very good midfielders in there. Plus
Alexis.
Trent. Man, I'm telling you, Liverpool, and they got no Champions League.
Yeah.
They've been so quiet. They've been so efficient. They're just going about
That's
their
if the
business.
Saudis don't buy all of Liverpool.
No, it won't happen yet. I mean, listen, I think I do see Salah going to Saudi.
Yeah, same.
Saudi will be there in 2 years' time.
But also,
Or
the
if
thing
they're
is,
not, it doesn't matter.
But
It's-
also, Klopp has gotten the best out of Salah.
yeah, and you'll get another.
You think one more?
I think Salah is going to push Haaland this season for top scorer. I think he'll push him closer this
No, I
season.
don't think so.
Listen, I'm worried about Liverpool.
I'm going to rule that out right now.
I'm
Nope.
worried about Liverpool this
Nope,
season.
Salah's
As a
been doing
United
this,
fan.
eh? Salah's been doing this.
Yeah,
man.
but Salah lost his assistant, and then he was pretty much
Salah
useless
had-
for a couple
What?
months.
Salah
had
had
a great season last season.
He had narratively a bad season. His numbers were as good as anything.
Bro, he was the top assist maker. What do you say?
Yeah,
Nah,
listen.
look, I don't rate Salah now.
I think there's an adjustment. I do think Darwin Núñez.
You'll
is
rate
gonna
him
play
after
a
he
big
puts 4 past you this weekend.
We'll see.
role. Let's get into last season's top 3. United, mine and Senzo aside. Mason Mount, I think we bought a dud. You can't base him pre-season.
I don't think so. But it remains to be seen.
Well,
Do
you
you-
guys got lucky.
Do you think Mason
What do you mean
Mount
we got lucky?
shifts the needle?
I'm saying I believe in Mason Mount. So I
Of
think-
course,
I
you got
think-
no choice. You
I
believe
was
in
so
everybody.
mad that they let him go, but it's fine.
Blame
It
Todd.
is. You know, to our point that there's no leader, Mason Mount would have been Chelsea captain, and rightly
Easily.
so.
Easy. Easy.
And that's a leadership vacuum.
But if you see what people are going for, Paolo, my thing is, if you see what people are going for, 60 million euros doesn't seem that bad for a 24-year-old.
England international.
That's tried and tested.
And from Chelsea Academy.
That gets
That's,
you- well, no,
that's pure.
it's not a thing.
Pure.
That's uncut.
Talent.
That's
He went to a
uncut.
bigger club. Like, no, there's more pressure.
No, but listen, don't
No.
don't discredit the kind of
No, but
homegrown
like it's-
points you
I
get.
think-
You need homegrown players.
Yeah,
in
but
your
like,
squad.
I think for what's happening now, we got a bargain, bro.
No, fair enough. But I don't. So the thing about Mason Mount is we talk about United's major signings up till now, right? So Mason Mount, I believe, is just kind of like a newer version of Christian Eriksen. He's not going to fundamentally change the way we play. Listen, great on the half
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
He's going to buzz around.
he presses
a
and he
lot
does
more
the-
energy, right? So that's going to be fine. Højlund, that's for the future. I mean, it's like
Yeah, it's potential.
Yeah.
He's still very
he's
raw,
not
bro.
going to lead the line, and no one should
Yeah,
expect
bro.
it just because he kind of
He's not going to score
Scandinavian.
40 goals. Like, come on, guys,
Forget it,
come
man.
on, forget
If
it.
that guy scores 40 goals in his first 3 seasons, I'll be shocked. Like, let me say that.
Yeah.
The guy who
Also,
shifts
he's 19
the needle in the way he plays on Nana.
on Nana.
Right.
And you're starting to see it, though.
Because, I mean, we've seen it. His average position at Ajax was next to the centre backs, right? That's the way he plays. Suddenly, listen, he's going to get chipped from the halfway line more than once,
Yeah, but
right?
like
He's going to
that's-
make mistakes, but he doesn't seem to care. And Ten Hag knows.
Is the risk worth the reward? I think so.
You're going to have everyone higher up the field. Can you rely on Rashford? Because Højlund's not going to make up the numbers. Sancho's been playing as a false nine. But Sancho is a false footballer. I believe he's. We all understand he's had his problems, but at the end of the day,
but like-
you got to put the numbers right. You can't have such a big drop off.
But like, I think I'd like Amrabat.
Yeah.
I'd like Amrabat because he's solid.
Well, look, especially if you're replacing Fred, you kind of go, okay,
Yeah,
well, that's
he's
quite
solid.
it's a
Amrabat's
decent
solid.
upgrade.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
solid.
I'd rather take him over Fred. Look, I wouldn't like McTominay to leave because I kind of like that United stat about there's always a homegrown player in the squad, and
No, there's Rash, bro.
that's cool.
Rash got us down.
What I just don't understand is when the hell are the Saudis going to come for Martial?
Dude,
Man, when are they going to take
that guy's starting the season. He's still a United player now.
They will believe in him, and he's going to turn it around. And it's like, why is he still there?
Bro.
Who does he have nudes of?
Bro, but it's like Phil Jones. Phil Jones had dirt on somebody. Phil
Man.
Jones had somebody's number.
Nudes of the Glazers, both of them.
Bro, if
I
you
don't even think they care about their nudes, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know. Imagine a nude Glazer.
no, man.
I
Come
bet
on,
I
man.
bet you
Why'd you have
I
to
bet
do
you they
that,
don't have
Paolo?
genitals.
A
I bet you it's like
a glazed.
little humps. Yeah. Or it's just the micro penises. The Glazers have micro penises. But listen, I think United would do well to finish third again.
Third, yeah, top three.
I don't see it.
Look,
And
close the
Champions
gap.
League?
Quarterfinal.
Not like Mark Goldbridge calling Champions League.
Quarterfinal.
God.
We don't have enough goals. We
Quarterfinal,
just, we just do not have enough goals in the
But
team.
the only team that has enough goals is City. Even Arsenal are a bit light up front.
One more team before we get to them. Arsenal, of course, they some may say lucky, but they push. If you're not pushing till the last minute, you make your own luck.
But now,
I don't know how Arsenal's looking hot.
Do they go for second again?
No, they're not looking hot. They're not looking hot. They've just spent a lot of money.
No, but I mean, even towards last season, before they tanked it completely, they were on some other run.
No, they were.
They were going to win.
But do you know
They
Pep
bottled
Guardiola?
it super hard.
You know Pep's second half of the league. Ask Liverpool.
You know what it feels like?
Ask 97-point Liverpool.
Do you know when you're like with like younger siblings or younger cousins and you race against them?
Yeah.
And when you start the race, you're like, run slowly, and then you beat them in the end.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Pep did. He just went, you know what, I'll give you some of my players. I'll give you Jesus and Zinchenko. Have the head start, but like I just want to, because I want to sprint.
But you got until Christmas, mate.
Yeah, you got till Christmas.
You got until Christmas.
I don't see anything Arsenal have done that significantly goes they can win the league.
Yeah. It's just they've just spent, but also with the amount of money that they spent, it's a statement of intent.
Okay, but who have they brought in? I'm just asking for the listeners. So they brought in Kai Havertz.
Declan Rice is a major upgrade in midfield.
Okay.
David Raya,
But
Timber.
Okay, so with Raya and Ramsdale, that's a weird situation.
Yeah,
because
but
you got
that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that seems
That's
weird.
a recipe for disaster.
It's
never
odd what
works.
you're doing. It never works having two
There
high
must
level
be a number.
keepers.
There must be a definite number one and a definite number two.
Yeah, so that's a weird one.
It never works.
Timber, looks.
But who do you rate?
Ramsdale.
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 Don't fix it if it's not broken.
All day. He's got the personality.
But did you see him this weekend
day.
as well?
Yeah.
Like Ramsdale.
Yeah.
Don't fix it if it's not
all
broken.
Day
mate.
Ramsdale. Fun fact about Timber, right? He's exactly the same height as Sandro Martinez. But you never hear about his height.
You never hear Jamie Carragher hopping on.
Martinez is, anyway. Listen, that's a solid upgrade in the back. Declan Rice, I think, is going to be huge. I think that's where we look. Yeah. And Declan Rice is going to make them dominant in Champions League. I think that's where you're really going to see.
But I still think they're light up front.
They just don't have.
Because now Jesus is.
And
is he still injured?
He had surgery. He went for surgery again.
But also, he's not like we thought last season. He's going to rip it up. But he's actually not that sort of player. He's actually not this ruthless striker. Havertz isn't going to. I don't know if
Havertz is not a 9 though.
I think Havertz is going to be a baller there. It always happens. Whenever they leave Chelsea, they become ballers.
I don't know.
So I see Kai Havertz. He was great, in our squad last season. But the thing was, there was no definite place for him because they kept on putting him as a 9, and then they'd move him, and then he was like in the 10 position.
I think Liverpool finished second. Of Arsenal.
That's what Goldbridge said.
No, I think Liverpool finished second over Arsenal.
Yeah, because they've got they've got the manager who has got the know-how.
Because here's another thing with Arsenal is
pressure.
Maybe I'm drunk. Ryan,
no,
I'm wondering.
People know how to play them now.
Yeah,
you know how to play a side, and I think that's a fact. And yes, they've changed, but I don't know if they changed that much. I just want to see anything but City win, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
Finish off
bro.
on Man City. I mean,
City wins.
Haaland's going to do all the
how it
goals.
happens.
They signed the best. I mean,
Vardy,
not like they had rubbish centre backs. They go buy,
Vardy, 21-year-old,
and they don't know.
77 million pounds.
Haaland can literally take a couple months off, and they'll still
And
win.
he'll still have
it's
to.
unreal.
Bro, they were winning without him. They were winning without him.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
And they added Kovacic.
I mean, and if they get someone like Paqueta,
If they get Paqueta,
they don't need him. It just goes, that's cool.
Mahrez.
Look, because that's the one thing you saw about City is like in the.
Do you think Kyle Walker stays?
yes.
Yeah, by now he stays. Yeah, he would have got. I think he
He's
would have.
not going.
I don't think anyone leaves City now.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, no.
Pep
doesn't play that way.
Pep's well respected, and people are looking at you as like one of his soldiers at the moment. Like,
Bro, you're European champion.
You know,
You're the best team in Europe.
The way Pep
in the
does
world,
it.
basically.
The way Pep does it.
So that's what I'm saying. He won't leave.
If you leave early. Morris went quickly. Gundogan went quickly. And if you come in early.
Yeah.
Even with Guardiola.
He probably told Jack Grealish the same thing when Jack was still up to his
No, but like the thing is, with Pep,
doing.
you know where you stand. He's very clear about that.
He has his vision, but I mean, I'm saying it's like when Jack Grealish came in and he started like going to all those clubs and things, and he pulled them out, and then he kind of did like a, You know, he was like,
I think
get your shit
I think
together.
he still does that. But
No,
I think
yeah.
I think Pep,
Rumors is he still hasn't sobered up.
but you know what? I get the feeling from what you see of Pep and things like that. He's kind of like, you know what? I can carry one of those. You know what? If you're not a bad influence on the squad, if you're not a Deco or Ronaldinho, I can manage you.
He did kind of bring this presence to celebrating that was, you know, a lot of the team didn't really have.
And you know, maybe he in the dressing room. Yes, there was the drink side.
No, but he starts though.
He's not drinking like that in the season.
Yeah, no, what?
But
There's no way.
the personalities there, the characters there, and it kind of goes. You know what? Every team needs a maverick.
I can
manage.
I can live with this.
I've got a whole bunch of head boys. Everyone else is a head boy here.
Yeah, I can
Everyone
live
else
with
is a
this.
head boy. I can deal with you. You know, everyone, I can handle you. The only kind of thing that you do think is that
Also, these guys are grown-ups at the end of the day.
they're grown-ups. With City is that maybe, but it looks like they're rectifying the squad. Maybe, because when you look at their bench, it's not as stacked as it maybe was.
Yeah, it's a bit light.
But actually,
But Pep knows what he's doing.
Phil Foden's there. If they do bring
Cole Palmer.
Kovacic, Cole Palmer. I mean, anyway. You know the interesting thing
Alvarez.
Yeah,
Alvarez scored 17 goals last season.
I mean, they're centre-backs. Akanji. Ake is your worst centre-back and he's a Dutch international. His first choice.
Akanji, Emerick Laporte, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, and then you say Vardy. Oh, no ways.
Man.
No ways.
And you still got to get rid of Joao Cancelo. You're going to replace him.
Guys.
Man.
Another Man City cleanup, huh?
It's gonna and
They beat Jokes while they were drunk.
and
I know.
didn't City do 6 in the year when he was at Barstool where they World Club Cup?
They can't do 6 now because they lost the Charity Shield.
Yeah, but I mean they got the World Club Cup this year. They
Oh,
got
well.
the Super. They're going to win it.
Unless the
Gonna win-
Saudis buy it.
They're going to win everything. They're going to win everything. It's depressing as hell.
Did-
How many goals does Haaland score this season?
30. He doesn't do what he did last season.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I disagree because you said that at the beginning of last season.
No.
And he did double what you said.
Nah, bro. This is England, bro.
Last season, what didn't he have something like 15 goals
52 in
before the
53.
World Cup?
Yeah, 15, yeah.
But let's have a look at City's first games. Right, so they start off with Burnley. I think that's going to be
done.
I think you're seeing 2 nightmare results this weekend.
8-0.
It's a warm-up game.
Their next match
B-team. It's B-team
is
playing.
against
No, B-team played against Arsenal.
the next match is the what are we going
Super
to call
Cup.
it? Not the Super Cup. What do I want to call it? The Financial Fair Play trophy against Newcastle.
Oh, right. Oiloko.
Then they've got
The Golf War.
the Golf Cup. Let's call it
The
the Golf Cup.
yeah.
Then they play Sheffield United.
Oh, my God.
And then they've got Fulham at home.
6-0, 3-0, 7-0.
West Ham.
Pasting.
Next up after West Ham is Forest.
Pasting.
Match day 7, they got Wolves.
Pasting.
Match day 8, they got Arsenal. That's probably the first
So
game.
Haaland is going to secure the golden boot in the first 5 fixtures.
Pretty much.
Like he did last season. What a generous opening fixture that
Haaland's
is.
going to be like Messi in the MLS. Just one after the next.
I think we need to call an investigation into some tenders here. Because is a Qatari owned... Are they owned by Qataris? City?
No, Emiratis.
The Emiratis. Who is supplying the software and the IT infrastructure to the Premier League? Because I'm telling you, there's some crossover. That is a hell of a generous opening. Haaland's going to secure, like he did last year. He had 15 goals by the World Cup. He's going to have the same 15 by December.
I think they're probably putting into consideration that World Club Cup thing.
Oh, man. City going to take it again. So I think that's all.
And nobody's ever done 4 in a row. Pep is looking to do that.
Yeah, he's going to do it. So that's all of us. Right, we think City are going to do
Oh,
it.
bro, come
Yeah,
on.
no, so
Relegated
that's
teams.
Sheffield,
Mm-hmm.
Luton,
Mm-hmm.
and Bournemouth. It's time, bro.
I'm going to go. It's early to call Wolves, though.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
too
early.
to
Yeah,
call
it's early to call Wolves, and there's still some bones in their team.
Ryan?
Nah, I'm going to go with Senzo's pick.
Same as those three. Same as those three. So Jason Clivert doesn't move the needle for Bournemouth.
Bro,
He's not even the best Clivert in his house.
bro.
the best footballing climate in his house.
I mean, but also his dad was next level. So
born on exactly the same day as Ruud van Nistelrooy. Patrick Kluivert and Ruud van Nistelrooy, born on exactly the same day.
But you know Dutch strikers, bro. In that era,
No, man.
from Van Basten to probably Van Persie.
And then from Van Persie to Wout Weghorst. You heard it here first. This is Working Title FC. We're going to be back. Keep an eye on your feeds. This has been a long one, but it is the start of the Premier League season. We're going to be doing a European roundup. We're going to be looking at our fantasy teams in an upcoming episode. And, of course, keep your eye out for a Rugby World Cup pod or two. Pep broke our hearts, guys.
Good one, boys.
You need a pep talk.